Dear friend, when we talk about eating fruit for healthy living after 65, most people's first thought is, any fruit is good fruit. But the truth isn't nearly that simple. Some fruits are exceptionally good for older adults, helping to enhance memory, ease digestion, fight inflammation, and support heart health. But other fruits are so sugary, they're actually harmful, causing blood sugar spikes, digestive upset, and aggravating the underlying conditions quietly simmering within your body. Many geriatric nutritionists in America have a clear warning. After 65, your body simply doesn't process the sugar, fiber, and enzymes from fruit the same way it did when you were younger. A mango or a bunch of bananas might have been a favorite treat in your youth, but at this age, eating the wrong kind or the wrong way can actually worsen diabetes, blood pressure, or even trigger persistent low-grade inflammation in your body. This raises the question, so which fruits should I choose? And which should I avoid, even the ones that seem harmless? This is precisely what so many older adults unknowingly overlook every day. Lots of people still think eating some sweet fruit in the afternoon is a light, healthy snack, without realizing that this exact habit is silently weakening the pancreas, raising liver enzymes, and causing that dreaded fatigue you feel after a meal. In today's video, we are going to explore 3 types of fruit that older adults should eat daily for a long and healthy life, along with 3 types to avoid as much as possible, even if you have loved eating them since childhood. The real surprise lies with the 3rd type in the to avoid group, because so many people think it is healthy, when in reality it is a sweetly dangerous culprit for the body after age 65. If you care about your health and want to maintain mental sharpness, stable blood sugar, a strong digestive system, and a more active daily life, then I really invite you to stick around for this whole video. And if you're finding this topic useful, a quick tap of the like button, a subscribe, and ringing the notification bell would be amazing. Because a small choice like picking the right fruit can truly make the biggest difference on your personal journey to living a long, healthy life. All right, let's jump right in. Our first fruit is the blueberry. Among all the fruits hyped as healthy, there's a small berry often overlooked for its higher price and because it's less common than apples or bananas. Yet it's one of the top superfoods geriatric nutritionists recommend for people over 65, the blueberry. You might think, what can such a tiny berry really do for my health? But the truth is, just one handful of blueberries daily offers benefits that far exceed expectations for your memory, heart, and ability to fight inflammation. The secret is their high concentration of anthocyanins, a powerful antioxidant in blueberries that can protect brain cells from decay, improve nerve communication, and help slow down age-related memory loss. A study from Harvard Medical School revealed that older adults who ate blueberries at least twice a week maintained their long-term memory and concentration for up to 5 years longer than those who didn't. Blueberries can even help gently lower blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels and fighting inflammation in tiny capillaries, a hidden cause of silent strokes in older adults. Take Cynthia, a 69-year-old from Florida who struggled with high blood pressure and frequent forgetfulness. On her doctor's advice, she started swapping her morning cookies for a small bowl of fresh blueberries with yogurt. Just 3 months later, she felt more alert in the mornings, stopped mixing up her grandkids' names, and her blood pressure stabilized without needing more medication. Blueberries are not just beneficial, they're also easy to add into your daily meals. You can toss them into oatmeal, smoothies, yogurt, or simply enjoy a handful after lunch instead of a sugary dessert. Try to choose fresh blueberries when possible, or unsweetened frozen ones to store for longer. And always remember, though they are small, blueberries are a potent, natural medicine to help you keep your mind sharp and your blood vessels stable every day. Because after 65, a long life doesn't just depend on prescriptions or modern machines. It's found in every small choice you make at the dinner table. And blueberries absolutely deserve to be one of the smartest choices you can start making today. Next up is our second fruit, the apple. There is probably no fruit more familiar or easier to find than an apple, but its very familiarity means many people underestimate its true value. The reality is, eating 1 apple a day after 65 isn't just a good habit, it's a comprehensive act of health protection. From your gut to your lungs, from your heart to your immune system. Apples contain a unique fiber called pectin, a soluble fiber that nourishes good gut bacteria, stabilizes blood sugar, lowers bad cholesterol, and helps you feel full longer after eating. For seniors, this is a double win. It improves digestion while also reducing the risk of post-meal blood sugar spikes, a crucial factor in managing type 2 diabetes and avoiding heart complications. But it doesn't stop there. Apple skin contains quercetin, a plant compound with powerful antioxidant abilities that supports lung function, which is especially helpful for seniors with a chronic dry cough, bronchitis, or a history of smoking. A Cornell University study even found that quercetin in apples may help reduce the risk of early cognitive decline by protecting brain cells from the damage of oxidative stress. Take Philip, a 72-year-old from Ohio, who used to get indigestion after every dinner and often felt drained by the afternoon. When his daughter, a nurse, suggested he swap his dessert for an apple, skin on, he started to feel lighter, less bloated, and wasn't so sleepy in the afternoons. After 3 months, he'd lost 1.5 kilograms without dieting. And most importantly, he felt his body was breathing easier, lighter each morning. If you want to start eating an apple a day, just remember a few things. Choose apples with the skin on, free from waxed or chemical preservatives. Wash them well before eating and chew slowly to activate digestive enzymes. You can eat it whole, slice it with nut butter, add it to oatmeal, or bake it with cinnamon for a heart-healthy treat. After 65, health doesn't come from complex solutions, but from simple, consistent habits like peeling an apple, eating it mindfully, and feeling your body being nourished. And if you need a fruit that's humble but mighty, the apple is the first choice you should always have in your home. Our third beneficial fruit is papaya. If you've ever felt bloated, constipated, or just couldn't digest your food after a meal, there's a tropical fruit that can gently soothe all of those issues. Ripe papaya. Not only is it sweet and soft to chew, but nutrition experts also call papaya a natural digestive doctor, specifically for older adults. What makes papaya so special is the enzyme papain, a potent digestive enzyme that breaks down proteins, easing the load on your stomach and soothing your large intestine. For seniors with a weaker digestive system who take multiple medications or are less active, which slows down elimination, papaya is a natural gift that helps soften stool, relieve constipation, and improve bowel motility without needing laxatives. Beyond digestion, papaya is also packed with vitamin C and beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, which helps boost immunity, sharpen vision, support healthy skin, and naturally fight inflammation inside the body. For seniors prone to mild arthritis, dry eyes, or the common cold, adding papaya regularly is a quiet but steady way to fortify your immune system and eyesight. Take Susan, a 74-year-old from California who used to rely on laxatives several times a week. After being advised to eat a serving of ripe papaya each morning, she began having regular bowel movements, no longer felt bloated, and best of all, she was no longer dependent on medication. Her vision also improved slightly, enough for her to enjoy her hobby of reading every afternoon, something eye strain had forced her to pause. Papaya is also easy to prepare. You can eat it ripe, mix it with plain yogurt, or blend it with a squeeze of lemon for a refreshing post-lunch smoothie. A quick tip: choose papaya that is just softly ripe and avoid any that are too mushy or smell fermented, as that can cause bloating. At this age, what we need isn't something overly complicated. A slice of papaya each day is the gentlest way to care for your gut, nourish your eyes, and make your whole body feel lighter from within. And when the body is light, the mind is too. That's the foundation for a long and peaceful life. Now for our fourth fruit, the first on our list to avoid, grapes. To many people, grapes are a delicious, easy-to-eat fruit often seen as harmless. Those juicy, sweet clusters may look small, but they contain a surprisingly large amount of sugar, especially when you eat a lot at once. And this is exactly why grapes land on the list of fruits that people over 65 should be very cautious with, or even limit. A small cup of grapes, just 15-20 berries, can pack up to 23-25 grams of natural sugar. For older adults, particularly those managing type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, eating too many grapes at once can cause a sharp, unnoticed blood sugar spike after a meal. What's more, grapes, especially the sweet, juicy varieties, don't make you feel full for long, making it easy to overeat without controlling your portion. With a relatively low fiber content for their sugar load, grapes have a medium to high glycemic index, GI, meaning they aren't suitable for daily, large quantity consumption by seniors. Take Robert, a 70-year-old from Nevada, who had a habit of eating grapes as a dessert after dinner. He believed fruit can't possibly be harmful. However, a checkup after 3 months showed his HbA1c, a long-term blood sugar marker, had risen significantly, even though he wasn't eating cake or drinking soda. Reviewing his diet, his doctor found the sweet culprit was his nightly bowl of grapes. When he switched to lower sugar fruits like green apples or blueberries, his blood sugar stabilized within a few weeks. This doesn't mean you have to ban grapes completely, but if you're managing blood sugar, have heart issues, or want to maintain a stable weight, eat grapes in small servings, about 5-7 at a time, and don't eat them alone on an empty stomach. It's best to pair them with a healthy fat, like a few walnuts, to slow down sugar absorption. You see, after 65, what you could eat without thinking in your youth now needs a second look, because one wrong fruit choice can disrupt all your other health efforts. And grapes, though small, can definitely be a sweet trap if you aren't mindful. If you're still watching and getting value from this, let me know by dropping the number 4 in the comments below. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to join the community and ring that bell so you don't miss out. Your support is what allows us to keep creating more helpful and inspiring content like this. The 5th fruit, and the second to avoid, is the overripe banana. For many seniors, a soft, ripe banana is a go-to for a light snack or a quick energy fix. It's easy to digest, requires little chewing, and has a mild sweetness, seemingly perfect for an aging digestive system. But few realize that an overripe banana with a peel that has brown spots or is darkening is a fruit that people over 65 should not eat regularly. The reason is its glycemic index, GI. The riper a banana gets, the more its starch converts to simple sugar, which the body absorbs very quickly. This leads to a sudden blood sugar spike after eating, especially if you eat a banana by itself on an empty stomach. In younger people, the body has enough enzymes and insulin to manage this. But in older adults, the pancreas works more slowly, insulin secretion is lower, and cellular insulin sensitivity decreases, all of which means blood sugar rises higher, stays elevated longer, and is harder to bring down. It's not just about blood sugar. Overripe bananas also contain less fiber than just ripe ones, which makes bowel function less efficient. Many people think bananas aid digestion, but if you choose one that's too ripe and eat too much at once, it can not only cause bloating, but may also lead to stools so soft they cause mild digestive distress. Take Margaret, a 7-year-old from Illinois, who used to eat 1 to 2 bananas with milk every morning. She thought it was a light, easy breakfast. But within a few months, she felt tired and sleepy after eating, and her fasting blood sugar rose abnormally. After she switched to half a just ripe banana with whole grain toast and a few walnuts, her energy stabilized and her morning fatigue disappeared. So if you love bananas, what can you do? Choose bananas that are just ripe, a bright yellow peel with no brown spots, and stick to half or 1 whole banana per serving. It is best to eat them after a main meal or with a good protein or fat to slow sugar absorption. Avoid very ripe bananas, especially on an empty stomach, or eating 2-3 in one day. After 65, you don't have to eliminate every favorite food. You just need to eat smarter. And with bananas, it's not just about if you eat them, but how ripe and how you eat them. Because sometimes the sweetest, most familiar things, if not properly understood, are what silently drag your health down. The 6th and final fruit, the sweet ripe mango, is our 3rd one to avoid. Nothing is more tempting than a juicy ripe mango in the summer. Soft, fragrant, golden, and so lusciously sweet that one bite feels like a treat. But that very seductive sweetness is what makes ripe mango a fruit to be avoided or eaten very sparingly after 65, especially for anyone managing blood sugar, fatty liver, high triglycerides, or high blood pressure. One medium-ripe mango can contain a staggering 45 grams of natural sugar. That's almost twice the sugar in a can of soda. This places ripe mangoes in the high glycemic index category, GI of 60 to 70, causing blood sugar to rise rapidly just 30 minutes after eating, especially if eaten in the afternoon or after a carb-heavy meal. For an older adult's slower metabolism, this is an unmanageable sugar shock. It can lead to fatigue, sleepiness, or mild heart palpitations after eating, and over time, a silent increase in your HbA1c. Moreover, a very ripe mango contains less fiber than other fruits like apples, blueberries, or grapefruit. Eating mangoes often without pairing them with protein or healthy fats increases the risk of fat storage in the liver, raises blood lipids, and can cause insulin resistance, major contributors to type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Take Larry, a 68-year-old from Georgia, who absolutely loved mangoes. He ate them almost daily every summer. Despite an otherwise controlled diet, his next checkup revealed elevated liver enzymes and a slight increase in blood sugar and triglycerides. Upon investigation, mangoes were the only standout factor. After cutting back to half a fruit per serving, just 1-2 times a week, and adding more low-sugar fruits, his numbers returned to normal within 3 months. If you love mangoes, you don't have to swear them off completely, but choose just ripe ones, eat small portions, about 1/4 to a half a fruit at a time, and ideally eat them after a meal rich in vegetables and protein, not on an empty stomach or at night. And if you're taking blood sugar medication, pay attention to how your body feels after eating mango to see if it affects you. Because after 65, fruit is no longer just about taste. It's a strategic choice to keep your organs, heart, and mind healthy for the long haul. And with mangoes, the sweeter they are, the more self-control you need, because that sweet taste vanishes from your tongue, but the consequences can linger silently in your bloodstream, your liver, and your daily clarity. We've just journeyed through 6 familiar fruits, 3 you should eat to nourish your health in your later years, and 3 you should limit to avoid the silent risks that can quietly shorten your lifespan. Blueberries protect your brain and heart. Apples are a friend to your gut and lungs. Gentle papaya soothes the gut, sharpens vision, and effectively fights inflammation. These are choices you can trust and repeat daily without worry. On the other hand, grapes, overripe bananas, and sweet mangoes, while delicious, convenient, and easy to eat, carry hidden risks, especially for the blood sugar, liver, and cardiovascular system of someone over 65. The most important takeaway isn't which fruits you are allowed or forbidden to eat. It's about understanding what your body needs and eating the right type at the right time in the right way. Because after a certain age, health no longer comes from supplements or quick fix advice, but from the small choices you make consistently, day after day. Today, I invite you to do one simple thing. Take a look at the fruit you eat most often. Is it helping you get healthier each day, or is it a sweet saboteur that's making you tired for no apparent reason? And if you realize a change is needed, start by adding one good fruit, like an apple or some blueberries, before gradually phasing out the less suitable ones. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just one small adjustment today, like having half a papaya instead of a handful of grapes, can create a huge difference for next week, next month, and even for years to come. If this content gave you something to think about, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which fruit will you start making a change with? Your story could be an invaluable lesson for someone else on the same journey as you. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because we have so many more small stories and simple yet profound insights to help you live well, live independently, and live every single day to its fullest. Thank you for staying until the very end. I'll see you in the next video.